Oh, just got this pool. Saw these fish jumping in here and made a cast right where one jumped and boom. Damn, man, this guy's just bulldogging. Because I couldn't freaking turn him. Once again, snagged in the ass. Ah! Well, I just said this is an excellent way to break a rod, and I broke my rod. Ah. Well, I don't know if he was worth a rod, but yeah, tail-hooked fish, you just can't turn their heads. It's so easy when you come to Canada to get away. I mean, you have the big cities, sure, but it's very easy to get away from all that. Within a couple-hour drive, you can be out in the middle of nowhere on some small lake or on a stream or whatever, and getting on some fish of a lifetime, fish that you won't see in the lower states. I mean, I absolutely love coming to Canada to fish. It's one of my favorite places ever. I think the great thing about the kayak was to be able to, as quietly and stealthily as humanly possible, slide up these rivers and get into these areas where the fish were, to see nature without disturbing it. Oh my goodness. Nice fish, huh? Guy kind of kicked my butt because I snagged him and I couldn't turn his head. So it was all fight the wrong way the whole time. Oh, I mean, it was hooked just back of the dorsal. I mean, it's like you have no leverage. You can't turn them at all.
We went further up the river, and I have never seen fish boil or move like salmon. It's like it's a whole freeway full of salmon. Biggest fish I've ever seen moving. I learned that they're not really hungry at that point. They are just protecting on their way on their migration. So when I throw a lure, you're really aggravating them, and instinctively they'll strike.
So although our plan is pretty much to catch and release, we wouldn't mind keeping a salmon, but the law here is that if you do snag a fish like my 2 fish, legally you have to release them. So big beautiful salmon, but the law is the law. You got to release them if you snag them. So back they went. So hopefully excuse to fish for more.
So yeah, here we are at the mouth of the river. We're just working our way down from a nice little couple hours fishing up above, and we're a big school of fish here in front of us. We're trying to get on top of them. There's a good chance there might be some more silver fish in here. Generally, the closer to the river mouth, the less time they've spent in fresh water, the fresher the fish are, and the more silver they are as well. So we'll see what happens.
There's fish right in front of me.
So we're using little CJ specials here, and we want to get a bit of action. These fish aren't really actively feeding, but we're going to try to entice them into taking. So giving it a lot of action as you're bringing in a little flick, little turn, little flick, little turn, let it sink a bit. We're hoping that that's going to aggravate them enough to actually...
Or you go with my method, which is just throw it down, let it sink to the bottom, and yank it up through them. I think the coolest thing for me really was just to finally hook one and realize how incredibly powerful those fish are. I mean, I'm a saltwater guy, offshore guy, catch a lot of, jacks that really pull hard. And these salmon, they give it their all, man. They are very, very tough fish and were super fun.